Yep. Out of respect to everybody listening, Karmelo Anthony ritual that they got going on out here. So you see Karmelo Anthony, I think he was charged for murder. So there's, how many people do we know named Karmelo Anthony besides the main Karmelo, right? So it's like, all right, let me watch this and see let me put my eye on this and see what these niggas is doing. All right, so do the numerology on Karmelo Anthony. He was charged, this is the Karmelo with the K, the one who was charged in Texas. He was charged for murder on April 2nd, 2025, right? So numerology on that equals 15. 4 plus 2 plus 2, blah, 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 gets you 15. Karmelo Anthony, you know what I'm saying? That's the main number that he used when he got drafted by the Nuggets. Boom, there's a link right there, Karmelo. That's the first link, because you have to have multiple links to make your magic trick work, or multiple magic tricks, or whatever it is that they're doing. Boom, right? So there's that. He was charged on April 2nd. That gives you numerology of 15. His bond was reduced to, Karmelo Anthony's bond was reduced to $250,000 after the stabbing of whatever, right? 200. The numerology of 250 is 2 plus 5, and that gives you 7. What other number did Melo wear all the time? In New York and everywhere else, he wore number 7. LA, he wore number 7. With the Knicks, he wore number 7. And with the Rockets, he wore number 7. So here's the 7 link up, right? Boom. So the previous attorneys, Karmelo Anthony, who got charged for the murder, their names were Billy Clark and Kim Cole, right? The new attorney is now that he changed his attorney to Mike Howard. Guess who else is going into the Hall of Fame as of this year? Which Dwight Howard. So you got Dwight Howard, Mike Howard, Karmelo Anthony. And just in case you think this is anything of a reach, or you need the third piece, yeah, man. Billy, as in the previous attorney. Guess who else is going to the Hall of Fame this year? Billy Donovan, who used to coach the Florida Gators and now coaches the Chicago Bulls. You know what I'm saying? So you got Billy, Mike Howard, Dwight Howard, Karmelo Anthony. I bet. So let's go to the draft class, right? So Dwight Howard is where the magic happens. You know, even though it's Mike Howard, think of Dwight Howard, Mike Howard, same thing. That's where the magic happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just the best part of we know of Dwight Howard's NBA career is based upon him being with the Magic. And the Magic is literally telling you that these niggas is doing magic. You know what I'm saying? Remember, Orlando is Disney World. Hollywood is Disneyland. So there's a synergy that we have. So many people go to Disney World. So many people go to Disneyland. There's a lot of things that can happen energetically, a lot of energy that could take place between both Disney Worlds. They're placed there on purpose. And if you go to Disney World in Orlando, you'll see it. Or even Disneyland, it's a whole nother world within a world. You know what I'm saying? So Hollywood is Disneyland, Orlando is Disney World. So Dwight Howard and Karmelo Anthony coming in together. It's not by coincidence that Karmelo Anthony's lawyer is Dwight Howard. And there was a thing, if you know basketball, that would Karmelo make it? He had the issues, this, that, and third, blah, blah, blah. Was he gonna make it? It wasn't like, Karmelo was nice, but it was still like he could make it, maybe they push it back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I bet. So then there's that. Karmelo Anthony's birthday is May 29th, 1984. So he happens to be a Gemini, right? Austin Metcalf, who the other Karmelo, the one who got charged for murder in Texas, he stabbed Austin Metcalf. And then Austin Metcalf had a twin brother. So take it back to the Gemini thing. Karmelo Anthony's a Gemini. That represents the twins. Another connection is that Austin Metcalf died on April 2nd, right before they announced the Hall of Fame, in his twin brother's arms. So they make sure they put that in there. Karmelo Anthony's a Gemini, which represents the twins. Austin Metcalf has a twin. Karmelo Anthony killed a twin, right? Austin also happens to be the capital of Texas, which is where all this stuff takes place. Focusing on the star. Hall of Fame, we think about Hall of Fame as a star. Texas is the Lone Star State. There's so many different connections metaphysically, and just numerologically or whatever that are here. It's just, you know what I'm saying, it's like jumps out off the paper. You know what I'm saying? Austin happens to be the capital of Texas. So Carmelo Anthony stabs Austin Metcalf. Austin is a twin. Carmelo is a twin, based upon him being a Gemini. Guess whose birthday? Guess who shares the same birthday in Austin? I was like, you know what? Let me check out this dude's birthday. Boom. Austin Reeves. He's been hooping this year, killing this year. I think he's averaging 20 points a game this year on the Lakers. So Austin Reeves has the same birthday, May 29th, 1998. Carmelo's birthday is May 29th, 1984. Austin Reeves' birthday is May 29th, 1998. And they both played for the Lakers. Same number, too, 15. Same number that Melo played with. As far as the Nuggets, on the number 15, Austin Reeves has number 15. So, boom, speaking of B-Day, speaking of B-Days, Beyonce, all of a sudden, back in the day, I guess, she stamped, which was the best version of Melo, which a lot of people, recognize as Hoodie Melo, right? So who's Hoodie Melo, for those who don't know? Hoodie Melo is the one that came out of OKC. I think it started really in Houston, but OKC was Hoodie Melo. When he started going through the hoodie, he had the issues. I think he broke up with Lala, something like that. Whatever was going on in his personal life. But this is when Hoodie Melo came out, when he was with the Thunder. I forgot who was there specifically. So boom, that was Hoodie Melo, right? But the point is that Beyonce stamps Hoodie Melo, who is Beyonce. Where's Beyonce from? She's from Texas. She's from Houston. Melo used to play in Houston. Austin Metcalf was stabbed in Frisco, Texas, which is pretty much Dallas, by Carmelo. Austin Metcalf got stabbed by Carmelo Anthony, which is a huge thing, national media, in Texas. Hoodie Melo comes back from where Beyonce speaks about it, like, yo, Hoodie Melo's a thing. They were talking about it. She was talking about it on her song. Beyonce's from Houston. Carmelo used to play for Houston, for a year or two. Hoodie Melo was in OKC, right? And then remember, Austin Reeves, and who plays for the Lakers, and Carmelo Anthony have the same birthday. So that's another twin energy right there. Carmelo's a Gemini, Austin Reeves is a Gemini, and then the Austin Metcalf kid, who they say got stabbed by Carmelo Anthony, died in his twin brother's arms. So he has a twin as well. So there's a lot of twin energy that they're talking about. So they're using the magic of the twins, I suppose. But guess what? Carmelo Anthony, who played for the OKC Thunder for a period of time, now where did Austin Rivers hoop at? He went to Oklahoma. So you got OKC, Oklahoma City Thunder. And you got Austin Reeves, who plays for the Lakers now. Carmelo played for the Lakers. They got the same birthday. And Austin Reeves played for balled in Oklahoma under the Jordan brand. And Carmelo has his own had his own deal with Jordan, the Jordan brand, for a while. And we know Jordan's into numerology heavy. Look up the magic of Michael Jordan if you know what I'm saying. I could point you to that reference. It's on YouTube. I have it, I believe, in one of my videos here too. The magic of Michael Jordan, and the number 23, 2 times 3, and all the 3s and the 6s and shit like that he got going on. So obviously basketball is a numerical sport. You win by points. So the way they use numerology is very interesting. You know what I'm saying? The way they use the magic overall is interesting with basketball. They got this shit down to a science. You know what I'm saying? Literally and figuratively. So Melo plays for OKC, and then Oklahoma, Austin Reeves plays for Oklahoma. They both played for the Lakers, right? So then Austin Reeves, Dwight Howard, and Melo all played for the Lakers. Hoodie Melo in OKC, and Austin Reeves went to Oklahoma. Right, so let's go to this. Something else I found. This is Austin Reeves' last 5 games. So in this year, 2025, look at the last 5 games. New Orleans Pelicans, all right, whatever. He played OKC the last 2 games. This is like, how did they come up with the schedule? The schedule's already pre-planned. So that's what I'm saying. It should be pre-planned way in advance. That's how you know none of this shit is coincidence. They're sorcerers. They're sorcerers behind the scenes running this stuff together. And it's probably there are multiple plays going on, but we just see the ones that end up getting whatever reality we land into is where we see the footprints or the fingerprints of these sorcerers and mages. So Austin Reeves' last 5 games was New Orleans Pelicans, OKC back to back, I'm assuming, and then so that's Melo played for that team. The the game before his last game, he played at Dallas. Where did the Austin Metcalf thing happen and Carmelo Anthony thing? It happened in Dallas, so there's that connection there. And then again, his last game was played in Houston, where Melo played as well. So 3 of his last 5 games were where Melo actually played at, Carmelo Anthony played at. And then one of his last games on April 9th, Austin Reeves played in Dallas, where the stabbing of Austin Metcalf happened by Carmelo Anthony. Is that a fucking coincidence, or is that fucking magic? The last 5 games that Austin Reeves plays, Austin Reeves with the same birthday as Carmelo Anthony, with the same places that he played at, plus the Austin Metcalf stabbing that happened in Dallas, that all happened on his last few games. Come on, big. Rounded out, this is Hoodie Melo again. That's real Hoodie Melo. Billy Donovan, right? His birthday just happens to be on May 5th, May 30th, the day after Melo's and Austin Reeves. So I guess Austin Reeves and Melo's are the players. So the day after that is the coach, Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan just happened to be the OKC coach from OKC Thunder coach from 2015 to 2020. So Billy Donovan is the day after their birthday, still a Gemini, May 30th, 1965. He was the OKC coach from 2015 to 2020. Melo played on the OKC Thunder on, I believe, 2017, 2018. So he was there. Billy Donovan was his coach. So another connection. And then the fucking Billy Donovan is known for his titles at Florida, in basketball in Florida, as a coach. And who just won the March Madness Final Four? The fucking Florida Gators. Come on, man. This is, man. They all play games, man. And they got this shit down. So you got the numerology with 15 with the murder date. The bond was reduced to $250. The previous attorneys for Carmelo Anthony with the K was Billy Clark. You got Billy Donovan connected to that. The new attorney is Mike Howard. That's Dwight Howard connected to that. The Hall of Fame was announced on April 5th. The murder was done on April 2nd. So they say. The Hall of Fame class included Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, and Billy Donovan. Remember, Carmelo Anthony's new attorney is Mike Howard. His old attorney, meaning his old coach, was Billy Clark, i.e. Billy Donovan. Dwight Howard was with the Magic. You got Disney World, Disneyland, Orlando, LA, or Hollywood. Carmelo was a Gemini. Austin Metcalf died in his twin brother's arms. Austin is the capital of Texas. Beyonce's from Texas, from Houston. Melo used to play for Houston. All this is a Hall of Fame energy, star energy. Austin Reeves and Melo have the same birthday. Austin Reeves and Dwight Howard and Melo all played or play for the Lakers. Hoodie Melo in OKC. Austin Reeves in Oklahoma. Billy Donovan played and was the coach for OKC. The Gators just won the championship in April, within that same week. Austin Reeves' last 5 games was damn near in Texas, but Houston, Dallas, and then OKC, all referencing the Austin Metcalf stabbing, or Billy Donovan, or Hoodie Melo, Houston, and OKC. Come on, man. Hall of Fame rap. Hall of Fame Real Radio, man. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to point that out there. Because every time I kept looking at it, I'm like, yo, man, this shit is too obvious. Like Carmelo Anthony. I'm going to name this dude Carmelo Anthony. Like, that's what, you know, putting these stabs. Austin, let me, you can't, like, the finger, they're just laughing. It's just laughable. And it's not laughing if somebody really died or whatever, somebody got stabbed. But if you look at some of that stuff, I mean, you know, I'll let you tell it. Either way, I just wanted to point that out. You know what I'm saying? That Melo definitely had a good career. He may or may not be aware of this type of magic that happens, because a lot of times they do or don't, or they just, you know, use my likeness as you see fit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that's how it's going down. All right? Real Radio, you know what I'm saying? Honor and respect to everybody listening. And just to sign you off, student athlete, Austin Metcalf, stabbed on April 2nd. Honor and respect, Real Radio.